Hello, and welcome to Madeleine at the Movies, the Golden Days film review segment, designed to make you feel a little more informed when it comes to choosing what to watch next. I'm Madeleine Swain. What a career Isabelle Huppert has had. With nearly 160 credits on the Internet Movie Database, she's been working pretty constantly since 1971, with a resume that includes such notable landmarks as The Lacemaker in 1977, The Sublime Entre Nous in the early 80s, Madame Bovary in the 90s, The Piano Teacher and 8 Women in the early 2000s. She worked with Claude Chabrol no fewer than 7 times, and has never been busier. In 2016 and 2017 alone, she made 11 films. And she's still coming up with career-defining performances in films like The Richest Woman in the World, directed by Thierry Kilfer, who co-wrote the film with Cédric Anger and Jacques Fieschi. It's fictional, but very strongly based on the true story of Liliane Bettencourt, the French heiress and principal shareholder of L'Oréal, who in 1999 was listed by Forbes magazine as being the richest woman in the world. Apart from an infamous political scandal known as the Bettencourt Affair from 2010, the billionaire is best known for a family saga in which she became so close to a photographer friend, François-Marie Bagnier, that she handed over huge swathes of her fortune to him, leading to court cases and conflict with her daughter and the rest of the family. In Kilfer's film, Bettencourt becomes Marianne, played by Huppert, and Bagnier is Pierre Alain, played by Laurent Lafitte. The story's told in a pretty straightforward way. It's clear where everything is going from the start. But apart from it being a fascinating insight into the lives of the very rich, but not necessarily famous, they really are different to the rest of us. It's the performances that are the real selling point for the film. Huppert just gets better and better with age, and she was already excellent. But the subtle changes in her face and body language when she meets Pierre Alain, and how she becomes animated again, finding a spark long dead and joy in life, is just wonderfully done. But this would only work, however, with someone dynamic enough to work against, and Lafitte absolutely fits the bill. Brash, crass, and taking no prisoners, he's no flaming queen, but a man utterly sure of himself, his taste, and his knowledge of other people and what makes them tick. He reminded me a little, perhaps, of someone like Tim Curry in his prime. These two powerhouses command the bulk of the screen time, but there's also some great subtle work from Raphael Personnez as the butler Jerome and Marina Foy as Marianne's daughter Frédérique. It's a fun and satirical look at the ultra-wealthy, and it's understandable that Kilfer has decided to focus on the inheritance and family fighting aspect of the story, but it would perhaps have had a bigger sting in its tail if it had also got stuck into the politics involved as well. The Richest Woman in the World is rated M, runs for 122 minutes, and is in selected cinemas now. From France, a hop, step and a jump across the channel to the latest rom-com from Working Title, the production company behind such hits of the genre as Love Actually, Bridget Jones's Diary, Notting Hill, and 4 Weddings and a Funeral. The latest is Finding Emily, a college-set romantic comedy trying very hard to join those ranks. In it, Spike Fern is Owen, a young and naive musician and sound engineer working for the local university and falling head over heels for a girl he meets one night in a bar but then loses touch with, the Emily of the title. In his efforts to find her, he aligns with a psychology student at the university who sees him as a great test case for her thesis about the self-sabotaging nature of romantic love. Throwing shade at social media, cancel culture, and university life, the film was written by Rachel Hirons and directed by Alicia MacDonald. There's nothing inherently wrong with the film's setup and narrative. It's okay, but hardly groundbreaking. And anyone who doesn't know exactly where this is going has definitely never seen a romantic comedy before. The problem is when the outcome is this obvious, you really need something else for the audience to hang on to. You need the innate charm of a Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts and Emma Thompson, Colin Firth or Renee Zellweger, for instance. And for me, the chemistry between Fern and Angourie Rice is a touch lacking. And Rice, in particular, tries so hard to compensate, she ends up doing a bit too much, I think. You may feel very differently, and I hope you do, because I really wanted to like this one, but it just didn't quite take me with it. Finding Emily is rated M, runs for 111 minutes, and is in general release now. And that's all from me for this time. Madeleine at the Movies was produced and edited by Blair Purvis. Stay safe and well, and thanks for listening.